What is up, golf fans, and welcome back to another episode of the Press Podcast, which is a part of the Fairways and Dreams podcast. I'm Jeff Hartman, and this is where every single week we take a look ahead at the upcoming tournament on the PGA Tour, give our picks and predictions, but also take a look back on last week's tournament and see how we did. Now, last week's tournament, it was the Zurich Classic, team event, interesting format, 2 rounds of 4-ball, 2 rounds of alternate shot. There was a cut line. This is always a difficult tournament to predict. So let's go back and take a look at our picks and how we did, see if we kept our streak alive, and then we'll take a look ahead to the Cadillac Championship at Trump National Doral. Let's start off with the Zurich, though. Take a look at the odds from last week. The Fitzpatrick brothers were plus 1,175 odds. Koepka and Lowry were 1,550. Yelamaru and Gerard were plus 1,750. Novak and Griffin plus 1,850. And Thornbjornson and Phillips were 1,950 odds. So our picks, I said this last week. I'll reiterate it. I have been saying this now for 2 years. If there are biological brothers in this event, I will take them. And it just happens to be that the only biological brothers this week has the leader of FedEx Cup points, Matt Fitzpatrick, is one of them. And so I took the Fitzpatrick brothers to win, and they did. It was a dramatic victory, 31 under par, the beautiful bunker shot by Matt Fitzpatrick that set up Alex, his brother, to tap in for birdie on 18. So that cashes at plus 1,175. It's only our second outright winner, favorite pick of the season. So obviously our long shot play doesn't pan out because we got the favorite pick right. And Aaron Rai and Sahith Theegala, they finished tied for 24. So a pretty good tournament for them, but it's not the winning. So there you go. Let's go to top 5, top 10, and top 20. Top 5. I took Andrew Novak and Ben Griffin to finish in the top 5. They finished top 10. It was a good tournament. They got up to a slow start, really came on the weekend, but it was just a little too late. And so they didn't finish in the top 5. But I also hedged our favorite pick, the Fitzpatrick brothers, at plus 210. With a top 5 finish, and they did because they won. So that cashes at plus 210. So right there, we have one of our 2 top 5 finishes as a winner. Top 10, I took a flyer on Brooks Koepka and Shane Lowry. There was a part of me that just thought, this is combustible. These 2 guys are not going to get along. These 2 players it's just not going to work out. Nonetheless, it didn't work out. I was right. My gut was don't take them. I did anyways. Plus 126. They didn't even make it to the weekend. They missed the cut. Now, Aaron Rai and Sahith Theegala, I also had them as top 10. They finished tied for 24. So no top 10 plays hit last week. Top 20. I took Smotherman and Putnam at plus 106. Smotherman's up and down season continues, and they missed the cut. But I took Billy Horschel and Tom Hoagie. We'll call it a gut pick. We're like, I was just like, man, there's something about this that I think that they could have a good showing. They finished tied for 6th. So they have a top 10 finish. We only had them at top 20, but plus 142 odds. So that cashes. So out of 8 picks, the top 8, what we care about the most, 3 out of 8. 3 out of 8. So pretty good there for us and our picks. And we're on a streak. We're going streaking, as Frank the Tank says in old school. And we've been keeping that streak alive. I'm trying to count back to how many rounds we've had since we've had a goose egg. The last time we had a goose egg was leading up to the Players. I don't think I had any in the Players. Since the Players Championship, we've at least had 1 play hit in the top 8. And remember, last week I didn't do any bonus plays because it was such a unique tournament. And it just didn't feel like it was going to work. So I just 0 for 0, no bonus plays. We go 3 for 8. So can we keep our streak going heading into a signature event? Let's take a look at the Cadillac Championship. Again, the PGA Tour returns to Doral, or what's called Trump National Doral now, and the Blue Monster. This course is a monster, hence the name. It's a par 72, 7,739 yards in length. 7,700 yards. You got to be able to hit the ball long at this event. So as I said, though, it's a signature event, and there is no cut line. Now, one thing you have to remember here is that even though it's a signature event and the PGA Tour strongly encourages the best players to be in the field, that is not the case this week. There's no Rory McIlroy. This is a second straight signature event he has passed on. He didn't play in the RBC Heritage after winning the Masters. So it's no Xander Schauffele. There's a lot of big name players that are not in this event. Why? No clue, but they're not. So let's take a look at past winners. You have to go back to 2016, the last time a tournament was played at Doral. It was the WGC Championship. And the winner in 2016, 10 years ago, was Adam Scott. So I can't say that we can glean on any past history here. A lot of these players they don't have a lot of experience at this golf course. So this is going to be interesting. I do like to lean on past experience, players that have done well at that venue. Can't do that this week. So let's take a look at the odds. Scotty Scheffler is plus 310. He is the odds on favorite, obviously. Cameron Young comes in second at plus 1,250. Colin Morikawa, third at plus 1,950. Tommy Fleetwood at plus 2,400. And Patrick Cantlay at plus 2,500. So let's take a look at our picks. Okay, so in this case, you're looking at a signature event. I'm looking at no cut line. And I'm looking at some of the big names in this game in the PGA Tour not being there. What does that tell me? Take Scotty Scheffler at plus 310. Now, Scotty Scheffler's only won one time on tour this year, and that was the American Express. But at the same time, when you take a look at just how his game has been trending, he's there. He just has to put it all together. I'm going to take Scotty Scheffler at plus 310 as my favorite pick to win. Now, my long shot, keep in mind, long shot plays have to be greater than plus 2,000. I'm going to go with Chris Gotterup. I just look at this. This course is one that you have to be able to hit the long ball, have to have a decent short game. Chris Gotterup plus 2,800. I'll take Gotterup as my long shot here. He's won already on tour. I kind of I'm wondering if he's running out of gas. If he doesn't play well in this tournament, maybe he is. We've seen early season success and they kind of trail off afterwards. We'll see. So favorite, Scotty Scheffler, plus 310, long shot, Gotterup, Chris Gotterup at plus 2,800. Let's go top 5, top 10, and top 20. Top 5, Colin Morikawa. Even though he's had the back injury, he's had some time to rest. He played well at the RBC Heritage, played well at the Masters. Got a week off last week, didn't play in the Zurich. I think his game is he's kind of finding something, even though he is battling that back injury that he suffered at the Players. I'm going to go with Colin Morikawa to be in the top 5 at plus 330. Now, I'm going to go with something I hate doing, but Scotty Scheffler at minus 148 to be in the top 5. I don't like giving plays that are minus odds, but at the same time, you can win yourself some money by having Scotty Scheffler at minus 148 to be in the top 5. So my 2 top 5 picks, Colin Morikawa and Scotty Scheffler. Top 10, let's go with Tommy Fleetwood. I was tempted to have Tommy Fleetwood at plus 2,400 as my long shot play, but I just don't know if his game's there. I don't know when the last time his game was there. Maybe at the end of last season in the FedEx Cup playoffs where he played really well and won a tour championship. Tommy Fleetwood plus 176. I'm going to take him in the top 10. I'm also going to go with Cameron Young. I think Cameron Young could win this tournament. He's plus 110 to be in the top 10. I like Cameron Young to finish in the top 10. So my top 10 plays, Tommy Fleetwood and Cameron Young. Now my top 20 plays were a little bit tough. Again, you're looking at a limited field. You're looking at no cut line. And so you have to dive pretty deep to find plus odds for top 20. And I'm trying to get you all the best return, the best bang for your buck. So I'm going to go with Ben Griffin. Ben Griffin didn't play awful last weekend at the Zurich. He did play. I think that matters. Ben Griffin plus 132 to just be in the top 20. I'm going to take Ben Griffin in that situation. Also, I'm thinking about the yardage. I'm thinking about being able to hit the long ball. I always tend to have one of my 2 top 20 picks be kind of a gut pick. Someone that just kind of pops off the screen when I'm looking at the odds. And in this case, I saw Sepp Straka, and that was my gut pick. The big Sepp Straka, the bull, plus 142. I'll take Sepp Straka to find his form and to finish in the top 20. So my top 20 plays Ben Griffin and Sepp Straka. Now, bonus. We have 3 bonus plays this week. We have a double, triple, and a parlay. So we're not doing a winning margin bet this week. Let's start off with the double. I've got Scotty Scheffler or Cameron Young to win. If either one of those players wins, we win at plus 220. And then I like the triple of Scotty, Colin Morikawa, or Cameron Young at plus 180. So again, let's say you're someone that likes Scotty Scheffler to win this tournament. You could take Scotty at plus 310 outright. You could also take him in the double and the triple, and that would only enhance your winnings. So for people that follow this podcast, The Press, you know that there are times where I have done this with Scotty. If I think he's going to win a tournament, I will also double down in the bonus plays to try and maximize the return. So again, bonus, the double play, Scotty or Cameron Young plus 220, Scotty, Colin Morikawa, or Cameron Young plus 180. Now the last play is a parlay. Don't typically like parlays, but in this case, I'm going to take a top 20 parlay. So all three of these players need to finish in the top 20. And again, I feel like this is a very top heavy tournament. And so I'm going to say Scotty Scheffler, Cameron Young, and Colin Morikawa. If all three of those players finish in the top 20, we win at plus 210. So there's my bonus plays. The bonus of double Scotty or Cameron Young, triple of Scotty, Colin Morikawa, or Cameron Young, and then a parlay top 20, Scotty, Cameron Young, and Colin Morikawa. All these odds are courtesy of DraftKings Sportsbook, but I'm going to recommend everyone to find the very best odds that they can. So if you get better odds at another sportsbook, FanDuel, I have no sponsorship here. This is just what I use. If you can get better odds, get the best odds that you can. So if you can get Scotty Scheffler at plus 380 compared to plus 310, get it. You don't have to abide by these numbers. These are just my picks. And if you want to see these, you want to see them in person, I write for Forbes.com. You can go to Forbes. You can find my work. If you don't know where to find it, go to any of my social media handles, mainly Twitter and Instagram. Twitter at jhartman, HARTMAN_PIT. And on Instagram at thegolf_life. Check me out. I will share those links right there so you can digest all these odds and get the best plays that you can. We're going streaking. Let's see if we can keep it going. I'll have a podcast for you tomorrow. It might be a course review, but at the same time, make sure you check it out. If you missed my podcast yesterday about is the Ryder Cup tainting the game of golf? That's interesting. I outlined that yesterday. It's not time sensitive. Go check it out. But he finishes up. Be safe, be kind, and God bless. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.